Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're talking about something very specific, very practical, and very important. How to sound confident at work. Not how to become confident, not how to feel confident, just how to sound confident when you speak English at work. Because the truth is, many people are capable, intelligent, and experienced, but the way they speak English makes them sound unsure. And in professional environments, how you sound often matters more than what you know. Let's talk about why this happens and how to fix it. At work, confidence is not about speaking loudly or using advanced words. Confidence is about clarity, control, and calmness. Most non-native English speakers lose confidence at work for one main reason. They try to speak perfect English instead of effective English. They worry about grammar. They worry about vocabulary. They worry about mistakes. And this worry shows up in their voice. They hesitate. They add unnecessary words. They weaken their sentences. Let me give you an example. Imagine someone says, "I think maybe we can possibly try to finish this by Friday, if that's okay." This sounds polite, but it doesn't sound confident. Now listen to this. "I think we can finish this by Friday." Same idea, much stronger delivery. Confidence often comes from removing extra words, not adding more. One of the biggest confidence killers at work is over-explaining. When you don't feel confident, you explain too much. You justify every sentence. You add background that nobody asked for. You keep talking to protect yourself. But confident speakers do the opposite. They say what is needed and stop. For example, instead of saying, "I just wanted to let you know that I was thinking about the task you assigned earlier, and I believe that there might be some delays due to certain reasons," say, "There might be a delay with this task." Pause. Silence after a clear sentence is not weakness. It is confidence. Another mistake people make is using weak sentence openings. Phrases like, "I feel like," "I think maybe," "I'm not sure but." These phrases are not wrong, but when you overuse them, you sound uncertain. Compare these two. "I feel like this approach might not work." "This approach might not work." The second one sounds more confident, even though both are polite. You're not being rude. You're being clear. Now let's talk about meetings. Meetings are where confidence is tested the most. Many learners stay silent, not because they don't have ideas, but because they don't know how to enter the conversation. Here's a simple truth. You don't need a perfect sentence to speak in a meeting. You need a clear entry point. Simple openings like, "I'd like to add something here. I have a different view. Let me share my perspective." These phrases buy you time and sound professional. Once you start confidently, the rest flows better. Tone also matters a lot. If you rush your sentence, you sound nervous. If you speak too slowly, you sound unsure. Confident speakers speak at a steady pace. They pause naturally. Pauses are powerful. A pause before answering shows that you are thinking, not struggling. Now let's talk about mistakes. Many people believe, if I make a mistake, I will lose respect. This is not true. You lose respect when you panic after a mistake. You apologize too much. You lose control of the conversation. Confident speakers handle mistakes calmly. They correct themselves and move on. For example, "Sorry, what I mean is," or "Let me rephrase that." No drama, no embarrassment. This shows maturity, not weakness. Another important aspect of sounding confident is ownership. Instead of saying, "It was decided that," or "There were some issues," say, "We decided to," or "We faced some issues." Owning your message makes you sound responsible and confident, even when delivering bad news. Let's talk about saying no. Many professionals struggle with this. They either say yes to everything or give long explanations. Confident English for saying no is short and respectful. For example, "I won't be able to take this up right now. This isn't something I can commit to at the moment." No apology marathon. No excuses. Just clarity. Now here's something very important. Confidence at work does not come from sounding like a native speaker. It comes from sounding like someone who knows what they're doing. Simple words, clear structure, controlled tone. That combination beats advanced vocabulary every time. Here's a practical exercise for you. For 1 week at work, shorten your sentences, reduce explanations, pause after making a point. Notice how people respond. You'll see fewer interruptions, more eye contact, better responses, because confident English invites respect. Before we end, Remember this. You don't need to change who you are. You don't need to sound aggressive. You don't need to be loud. You just need to be clear and calm. That is what confidence sounds like. That's all for today's episode. If you want more advanced English listening practice, workplace English, and quick quizzes, visit the channel. Keep practicing, keep it simple, and I'll see you in the next episode.